shooting videos, sometimes we're just kicking it, sometimes we're planning the next thing, sometimes it's something tone related, but from July 1st to July 3rd, we're working on A&P shoots. Then after that, I immediately flew out to go to New York with Emily. It's something we've been talking about since February. I had a gap in my schedule, and she had the exact same gap in her schedule, and so I had called her and said, yo, you want to do it on July 4th to July 6th? There was a World Cup game that day. There was a lot of action in the city. It was a good time to be in New York, so me and Emily went to New York. Again, now I could just go to New York, but I went to New York with somebody that I thought would be fun to do it with. I'm trying to find ways to increase the appeal. Then on July 8th, I had a wrestling event. And so it was a blast. I got a chance to meet The Big Show or Paul White. I had a chance to meet some of my favorite fucking wrestlers. I was exhausted that day, but it was one of the coolest things I had a chance to do. That's an example of an event I was invited to. So these ones, again, like, I mean, they asked me. So it's like these ones, like, not everybody's gonna get these, but everybody can go somewhere with the bro or with the, you know, say everybody can go somewhere with a friend. July 10th to July 12th, DreamCon, layup, feel me? Everybody's talking about DreamCon. Everybody's at DreamCon. I'm at DreamCon. I'm performing in the Marvel Rivals tournament, so at least I have an event or something that I'm doing there. But then, you know, you can walk the con, meet people, network, things of that nature, and that immediately bridge straight into Streamer University. Now you're here. You're in one of the most entertaining events of all time. Congratulations. You're in the place that everybody's talking about. But this is usually where people get lost. They go back home and they don't know what to do. My first thought is, okay, who's somebody that I enjoy a lot, who I really connected with that I might want to do something with? So, okay, boom, the cat in the hat. I don't know why he's been going around trying to say I've been trying to fuck him. It's not true. I just think he's a good fucking dude, okay? And so, like, I've been kicking it with him from time to time. Maybe I do a cosplay with him afterwards, right? Like, doing something, you have the momentum coming off of Stream University. My brain is thinking, why not pick somebody from Stream University? So what I did last year was I gave away a few brand deals, and I had invited, you remember, a few of the people that received those brand deals, and we chopped it up on how best to execute it and what that looks like for their channel. And so I'm taking the thing people care about, Stream University, and I'm trying to see, like, is there ways that I can continue it, maybe do an arc with some of the people from Stream University? So, I mean, if you made a connection with somebody from here so far that you really enjoy, I mean, what does that look like after Stream University? And I want to say something that a lot of people ask me. If something worked and something banged for you on short form, long form, streaming, whatever it is, what should I do? Do it again. You should do it again, and you should actually keep doing it again until it doesn't work. It shouldn't be the only thing you do. You should mix in other pieces of content. But that's like saying, I have this brilliant business idea. I made $10 million this year. Should I start another business? No, idiot. Make the business idea go to 100 million, 1 billion. It's so much harder to get the first bit of momentum than to get the rest of it. So if you have that, I recommend you strike on it. If there's somebody that you've been enjoying doing content with, your chat's been fucking with it, I mean, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do on July 21st, guys? Like, what are we gonna do? Oh, we don't live in the same place. Drive there. What are we talking about? Like, unless it's not your full-time job and you have like a bunch of other responsibilities, there's genuinely no reason why you should not be trying to extend this arc for you. Use the momentum. It will be very hard to replicate this momentum somewhere else, just to be clear. So use that momentum to do something. This is just an idea. It could be lifting with Sarah Safari. It could be anything, bro. There's mad people on campus. And now there's alumni, so there's even more people for you to meet. And for some reason, they haven't left yet. So as long as they're still here, connect with them. That's like, what is it, 60 more people on campus? And they're all good content creators. Use that opportunity. And then we do have a one-off A&P shoot that we're gonna do because there's something that's time sensitive that we have to pull off. And then Power World came out. When Power World came out, was it last year? I had the most marvelous time playing Power World. It's so rare for me where I play a game and the views go up. Usually you play a game and then like the people that like the IRL content, they skedaddle. Feel me? But Power World's coming out. In my head, there's no world, it already came out actually, but we're here, so, you know. But there's no world where I can't do something around that that's appealing. So my brain's going to, can I make some, now look, I'm gonna have to do that, I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna have to take Power World and find the most high appeal version of that I could do. It doesn't have to be create a world, Unreal Engine, et cetera, et cetera. Last time, all I did was play the game with aim high. That's all I did. I got one of my friends and I played the game and we had a marvelous time. And so use some of those concepts to find a way to make the thing that you're interested in doing. And by the way, that worked last time, doing it again, finding ways to make it more appealing. And then after that, I do have to, like, bro, me and Ron been talking about do something for forever. So he's been talking about coming to Atlanta. So around near the end of the month on these days, I do want to do something with Ron. I mean, he's here. I haven't had a chance to chop it up with him too much, but I want him to come. I have a few banger ideas, and I feel like it's going to be a lot of good fun. And then I don't know if I can reveal it yet because I haven't got a text back, but in the start of August, I have another event. So, like, luckily, you're lucky to be invited to cool events because people are going to be talking about it. And people are going to be there, and you get a chance to meet people, and you're in conversations that people are already talking about. So this is what a month schedule would look like for me. Amongst all of this, you have to figure out how to do the short form, long form, et cetera, et cetera. If you guys missed my first class, I talked a little bit about how you should divide your time in hiring and stuff like that. I recommend watching the VOD, because this can feel a little overwhelming. You feel like, how the fuck am I supposed to do that? I'm a one-man army, right? But maybe you don't do all of it. Maybe you divide your time a little bit differently. Maybe you do a few less things, but you do the things that you do to the best of your ability. And so it'll all scale with the type of content that you do and what you want it to look like for you. Okay, I feel like we should talk about this after yesterday. Clips aren't everything, bro, man. I've seen too many people farming the worst clips. And I'm gonna say this, like, as a streamer, you will eventually accidentally put yourself in a situation to farm the wrong clip. It's life, right? Most people watching actually will never be live 24/7, right? And if they were live, people would have something to criticize about them. So you are putting yourself on the line by doing this. People get to really know you. And here's the thing, you're not perfect, right? Maybe you get angry sometimes. Maybe you got a little bit of an ego. Maybe you just wasn't having a good day that day and you farmed a bad clip. It's okay. But purposely farming the bad clips, come on, gang. All right, like it's time and a place. Let me give you an example of a phenomenal clip. Cenat knew what he was doing. He sparked up stream yesterday in a fucking helicopter, right? In a fucking helicopter. In his head, I know he's thinking like, this is what the clip is gonna feel like. So he's streaming. He's considering what the clip might look like, and I bet there was a long form video that came from busting the actual party. So like there's people, the reason I say this is there's people on campus that might feel like clip farming is not for them, right? Maybe I don't want to be a streamer because I can't do the whole pouring hot sauce on people and fucking shooting Orby guns 24/7, but that's not what streaming's about. I guarantee you that. And if you just looked, you would believe me. There's a guy named Queso that's streaming to a huge audience. You don't have to create no drama. Building community is how you get people to care about the things that you do. Clip farm might be the way people get introduced to you, but I guarantee you if you farm a bad clip, it's not gonna be a good impression. So I know it feels like things might not be moving if you're not always in clips because it's such a big part of streaming culture now, but I do want you to know that clips are not everything. And on top of that, there's a few examples. I think Ludwig and Key might be the best examples I've seen so far on Streaming U, where they're posting their own clips and they're going mega. Like they're posting their own clips and it's going mega. I done seen Keem help like 10 people on stream with tech issues, including me. Ludwig is clipping his own lectures. I haven't seen Ludwig outside a fucking classroom. I'll be honest. These are good clips and it's a good reflection, but beyond that, he's taking it serious. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not like he can't have fun. It's not that he can't fuck around with somebody, but I didn't see it go too far too many times. And I'm telling you right now, it's very easy to cross the line, bro. It just is. You don't know everybody here, and you don't know what makes every, like with AMP, like we know each other so well now, I know what not to say with who, right? If I call Kai pussy, he's not gonna care. He doesn't care about that. If you call Phantom pussy, he gets offended. If I call AIM a bitch, he's not gonna care. If I call Mark from RDC a bitch, he gets offended by that. You have to know your personnel, you gotta know your friends, you gotta know what you can say and can't say. The thing about Stream University is you don't know everybody here. You might have accidentally done something that offended somebody. And it's very easy to cross that line. And when you do, bro, sometimes it's just a misunderstanding, bless you. Sometimes it's just a misunderstanding. I've seen it happen many times, but it's just being able to address it, apologize, move on from the situation. You won't avoid it, bro. You're a streamer, you're live all the time. You cannot avoid the shit. But don't purposely farm the shit, my nigga. Like, it gets to a point. There's a difference between friends and strangers, you know? I kicked Cenat in the pool when it was that pool party, and we're friends. So, I actually did talk to her about it afterwards, like, did I cross the line? She's like, no, I didn't care. I wanted to get in the pool. But she's my friend. I wouldn't kick somebody I don't know in a pool. You know what I'm saying? What if they didn't want to go in the pool? Now they tight. You know what I'm saying? Consider others. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you guys have seen it. Like, there are streamers that just give streamers a bad rap. That's facts. And please don't be one of them. You know, like this is so fun to do, and it would be shitty for people's impression of what we do to just be just fucking clip farming bullshit. That's just facts, right? You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much good content that comes from it. The story can't be the negative stuff. We have to outline the positive stuff. And for me, what that usually looks like is I like to watch the positive streamers. Like I like to show love to the people that don't have to get in conflict just to get some views. So while clips are super helpful and an essential part of streaming, don't let it be your whole personality. And you gotta stream things people wanna see. I know this sounds like the most obvious thing I'm gonna say today, but I guarantee you there's a lot of things you do on stream that people might not wanna see, bro. And you're doing it because you wanna do it. And so there's a difference between a hobby and a job. Like this is your job, technically. Like dude, if you're making money from this, you're in Stream University, this is your job. Treat it like one. You can find ways to make the thing you wanna do entertaining, but if you can't, don't force it. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna turn people off, right? Like if I was watching my favorite NBA 2K content creator and he started posting League of Legends, I don't give a fuck how much I like the guy. I'm gonna wait till he posts the thing I wanna see. And that doesn't mean I don't fuck with him. That's just the nature of consuming content. There's so much of it. It's an infinite amount. You can watch anything, so you're gonna prefer to watch the thing that you like the most. So sometimes it can feel a little draining to do something that you might not be all the way excited to do. You're creative, you're a passionate person, you feel things, you want to illustrate that through your art. But I really do challenge you if you feel that way. And I feel that way about racing. If I can't find a way to make racing really interesting to watch, I will not stream it. I will just do it by myself. But if I can, then I would be very lucky to make the thing that I really care about also part of my job. Expertise. So we're talking a little bit, sorry, a little bit of a flashbang with the white, but let's talk a little bit about what makes things interesting, right? We talk a lot about like, oh, that was a good idea. Why? Oh, this is a good streamer. Why? Shroud is an example of a person where his entire appeal is that he's amazing at games. If a new game comes out, especially a shooter, I know where I'm watching it. And that's such a strong appeal because it takes such an expert level of gaming to get to this point. But once you get there, you have this appeal. New COD comes out, I'm gonna watch Shroud play it. New, Arc Raiders comes out, I'm gonna watch Shroud play it. If it's a shooter or something with a gun that requires aim, I'm gonna watch Shroud play it. So there's some people in here that game. If you could get to the point where you can get really good, and for some reason, I notice it's a lot of fucking Counter-Strike players, right? Then you could have expertise, but it's not just video games. Sometimes it's sports. Kyrie Irving streams. In fact, I think he might be live now. I saw him spark a few hours ago. Kyrie Irving streams. Kyrie doesn't have to stream all the time. He just does it to show love to his community. Like, he gets a healthy amount of viewership in there. He really just enjoys it. It's not technically his job. He's a hooper. He's an NBA player. But he has expertise in something, and that creates appeal. So that's interesting. His expertise is in basketball. He's not always hooping in his streams. You could have an expertise in something and then do something else, and that can still have value. Lizzo streams. She's an artist. So just because being able to have expertise in anything makes you more interesting to watch. In anything. You could be an expert martial artist, and it can make you really interesting to watch. There's some examples of martial artists that started streaming recently. So if you are really good at something, consider finding ways to highlight that in your content and build around that. If you box, find a way to build around that in the most entertaining, high appeal way possible. Drama. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Drama doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, but Rakai's he's a beast at farming drama. And you know, he's young, so like he just brushes it all off. But if your appeal is drama, people watch you because you're high risk and funny. Now, if you're high risk and unfunny, you're cooked. You're just a guy that people don't like. And we know examples of that. But if you're funny enough, you could actually pull off the high risk stuff and get away with it. Rakai has been on a generational run. I don't even know if he knows sometimes how he be making elite level decisions and just barely getting away with it. I'd seen a fucking crazy clip yesterday that could have went really bad, but he just keeps getting away with it. But it's because he's really, really funny. I'm telling you right now, bro, you could actually be the most evil person possible, but if people think you're funny enough, they will let it slide. And the opposite is true. You could be the most innocent person possible, but if people don't like you, then you're cooked. You're gonna form the bad clip, gang. So drama is just the way to do it, but it's in other forms of media too. Big Brother is an example of a reality TV. Does anybody here watch Big Brother still? Probably not that much. Okay, but Love Island is actually a separate one we're going to talk about in a second. But, I mean, people are cooped up in a house, and they're competing in these competitions to try and survive. Last person wins. And there's a lot of drama because people end up clicking up, creating alliances, and then people getting backdoored, people getting hoed. And so, like, it's an example of something that